In 2026, scammers are smarter than ever. Fake sites look more real, AI-generated videos impersonate pro players, and QR codes steal accounts in seconds. So if you own CS2 skins, you are a target. That's why today I'm giving you the complete no BS guide to protect your inventory and breaking down all the tactics scammers are currently using and ways to keep your skins safe. Let's start with the basics. You need a secure Steam account. It sounds obvious, but you'd be surprised how many settings people ignore. Use a unique 12+ character password with a mix of letters, numbers, and symbols that you're not using on other sites. Please do not use the same password for your Discord, and especially not your email account that is linked to your Steam. Otherwise, someone can get access to all your accounts at once. The next non-negotiable is enabling the Steam Guard mobile authenticator. This adds two-factor authentication, which means that even if someone gets your password, they'd require your phone to confirm login or trade any items. Make sure, however, that you keep a record of your backup codes, ideally somewhere offline in case you lose your phone. I'd also recommend setting up some form of two-factor authentication for your email as well. Before we continue, this video's sponsor, SkinSwap, is giving you a skin worth up to $50 entirely for free whenever you do your first trade and use my referral code. If you want to refresh your loadout, you can trade your skins for brand new ones in just a couple of seconds. Plus, the new Chinese markets feature lets you purchase cheap skins from Chinese sites directly without the need for a Chinese ID or bank account. They accept deposits via crypto, MasterCard, and Visa. If you need to cash out, SkinSwap makes that simple too with instant sell options to PayPal or crypto. On top of that, they run free daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways with the chance to earn extra tickets simply by trading. Use my link or referral code for a 3% lifetime sales bonus and a free skin worth up to $50. Big thanks to SkinSwap for supporting the channel. Next thing you need to be familiar with are some of the security settings and ways to log in. If you go into the Steam app, Steam Guard page, click on the gear icon, Authorized Devices, you'll get a list of devices where your account has signed in and any active sessions to ensure you recognize all of them. You can also at any time deauthorize all devices where you've logged in on Steam, Settings, Security. I tend to use this Steam Guard page to log in as well, scanning the QR code in the native Steam app to log in instead of actually typing my password. Another step is enabling Family View, which will require a separate PIN number to make purchases or authorize trades, even if someone gains access to your account. Just one extra barrier. Unless you are a developer, there's almost no reason you need to have an API key enabled on your account. Visit steamcommunity.com/dev/API key and revoke any active keys, as many scammers exploit these to hijack trade offers. And if you do believe your current trade link has been compromised, you can regenerate your link at any time via inventory, trade offers, who can send me trade offers. If you're not actively trading, I would also suggest setting your profile or at least your inventory to friends only or private, which will likely reduce targeted scam attempts as random people will no longer be able to see which items you own. It also goes without saying that you should have a trusted, up-to-date antivirus program on your computer, which will run anti-malware tools. But do your own further research to find the best one for your PC. Moving on from these setup steps, let's talk about the most common ways people fall prey to scams. The first is pretty simple: logging into fake sites. Scammers often create copies of legitimate platforms and pay for Google Ads to ensure their site appears at the top of search results. I don't want to share any of these in the video, but always check URLs. And personally, I only click through to sites from trusted sources like large content creators or established communities. Perhaps you also saw this advertisement going around during the last CS2 Major, where AI-generated videos of famous pro players like Nico and Apex were supposedly advertising skin giveaways. If you clicked onto the sites and logged in, you would have handed over your Steam login credentials, simple as that. There are also some streams that run 24/7, pretending to be pro players like Simple or Donk, which have a QR code on screen claiming they're running giveaways. Please do not scan any of these codes, no matter how legit the stream looks. As wealthy as your favorite pro players are, they probably don't want to hand out thousands in skins every day. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. Another common classic approach is the item swap. Scammers get you to agree to a trade that sounds reasonable, but then swap skins out in the actual trade offer before you accept it. This might just be a similar skin, for example, swapping out a factory new item for its battle-scarred counterpart, trying to hide an expensive skin of yours among a number of cheaper ones, or actually adding completely fake items from different games. For example, take a look at this. It looks like a butterfly marble fade at first glance, but it's actually an item for a random Steam game, Plumber's Legacy. The item description and icons might be identical, identical, but it's actually worthless. Take your time before accepting any trades and ensure all items are legit. CS2 skins can always be inspected in-game, and you can also visit their community market page or view the item in the inventory. Scammers also use social engineering to try and gain trust. These might be random people you meet in Premier or matchmaking. They often play with you to try and get you to join their faceit team, potentially once again sending you a link to a fake faceit site that will steal your details, or they might ask to borrow a skin for a short time and then immediately block you after they receive the item. Even if the person sending a message is a legitimate friend of yours, their account could have been compromised, so please be wary of anyone asking to trade your skins. Sometimes users looking to cash out their skins, instead of using legitimate skin trading sites like the ones linked in the video description, might attempt to buy or sell items from a scammer who will never send their end of the bargain. Some people take this a step further by claiming they'll use a middleman to ensure the deal is completed safely. But let's not beat around the bush. The middleman is, of course, a scammer as well, if they're even a different person. It's often the same guy just logged into 2 accounts at once. Unless you're experienced in the CS skin market, I'd stay away from anyone claiming to be a trusted cash trader. You can also fall prey to impersonators who attempt to convince you they're legit by imitating a famous or reputable player, trader, or content creator. This might be on Steam, Reddit, or other social media platforms. This, unfortunately, even happens through my Discord server occasionally, where scammers try to make a Discord and Steam account that resemble my real ones to take advantage. Please stay safe and verify accounts to ensure you're actually talking to the person they claim to be. So what should you do if something goes wrong? You need to act immediately. Change your password, revoke Steam Guard devices, remove API keys, and regenerate your trade link. Document as much evidence as possible, whether that's taking screenshots of questionable chats or trade history. If they've used another account, record the scammer's Steam ID or profile details, and then immediately report them to Steam support. However, be warned that while they may help in certain situations, especially if they are at fault, recovery of your account and all skins is never guaranteed. That's why it's so important to be proactive in this area. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, if you want to see my ranking of 15 of the best CS2 money making methods, be sure to check out this video next. Thanks so much for watching and take care of yourselves.